So let's talk about money. If you've just graduated or you're still in school right now and you have a potential client that's asking you to edit a video or do some motion graphics, I'm pretty sure you're feeling lost as well. You've seen those Fiverr posts charging $100 to $500 per video on YouTube and you think to yourself, is that how it all costs? Wrong. In this video, I'm going to share how much you should charge for your skills as a video editor or motion graphics designer. Now let's jump right into it. Number 1. Location matters. First, how much you charge is relative to the country and economy you work in. If your area has a lot of media companies and agencies, the day rates are going to be relatively healthy if there's a high demand and moderate supply of talent. I'm talking big cities like New York, London, Sydney, Singapore, Bangkok, KL, just to name a few. But if you live on the countryside or on an island where there isn't that much media or advertising agencies, then there is pretty much low demand and it can be really difficult to find potential clients. So number 1, work with your area. Ask around other freelancers what's their day rate like, and say if you have some overflow work and you need some extra pair of hands, you can bring them on board. And trust me on this, there will be days where you need more extra pair of hands and it helps to get a sense of how much they're charging so you can quote something that's beneficial for the both of you. Think of it as like a bigger team needed for a bigger project. Number 2, average standard day rates. Secondly, when you've asked around for day rates from other editors, producers, etc., you'll get a sense of what the market in your area actually charge. Now, when I started freelancing, I was actually charging around $150 a day while I was still in school. And then slowly I bumped those rates up to around like $200, $300 a day. Then eventually, after I had a couple of years of experience and knowing a few producers who actually advised me to raise my rates higher, I found a comfortable rate of around $500 a day. Now, I charge $600 a day, which is well within the rate of today's standard practice rates. Typically for a beginner, it starts around $200 to $400 a day, while the mid to senior levels normally charges around $500 to $800, while experts actually charges around $1,000 to $1,500 a day. I know of a few colorists who actually does high-end luxury commercial grading for commercial luxury brands, and he charges about $1,000 per day. But bear in mind, that is a very niche area of video editing. You must be really good at what you do. Number 3, being nice to work with matters more than the value you provide. Now this is to me as a hot take. You know, a typical business guru might come and say, charge according to the value you provide. Yes, well that's kind of true. The exact value you bring to the table isn't some random arbitrary number you can come out and say, oh, I charge $10,000 or $100,000 per video. I mean, if you were a mad, talented and rock star designer, creative director like Ash Thorpe probably, you know, and you're brought in on board with your vision in mind for the project, and yeah, maybe you can charge a higher rate if it's like for like a really big project. But for most people out there, I think the value you provide isn't just about the skill sets that you bring to the table. But I think what matters more is actually being nice to work with matters way more. Let's be honest, like if you are a cocky, arrogant prick who charges $1,000 and expect people to book you again, you might not see the producer contacting you back again. And sometimes charging slightly above mid-average market rate, but being highly positive, fun, and overall a cool dude to work with, you know, I think that matters way much more than what most people think. And people like working with people they like, so word of mouth travels really fast. And if you're really good at your job and you're nice to work with, I think, you know, clients can always come back. Numbers don't lie when it comes to costs. So let's face it, softwares ain't cheap. As a freelancer, you have to pay for your own software subscription, from Adobe to Google Workspace to music and footage licensing from Epidemic Sound or Artlist, and the list goes on. So here's how I would actually break things down. Bear in mind these prices are in Singapore dollars, so it really depends on your area. Adobe is about $77.73 monthly. Google is about $18.90 monthly. Epidemic Sound Pro is about US $14.99 monthly. That's around like Singapore $19. While Artlist footages is about $31.99 monthly, which roughly equates to about $40.75. While the computer that you're working on, and let's say it's just a simple MacBook Pro that's like maxed out M4 Max, it's about $45.49 in Singapore. So if you plus that with Apple Care, that's another extra $399 for like 3 years. And that's going to be your main computer, right? You still need internet, so let's just round that out to about $39.90. So in total cost, just for the list of things that I just mentioned, your softwares are going to be $156.47. Your computer is going to be about $137.44 per month. So how I took the computer cost is that, think of it as like the total cost of your computer depreciates over 3 years. Divide that out by 3, divided that by 12. That's the amount of cost that you need to use to pay to operate and use your computer. Okay? Plus, your internet is about $39.90. Now, if you were to add all this up, your total cost per month is actually about $333.81. Now, this is just the cost per month, right? Now you see why you shouldn't be charging $100 to $300 per video. You're barely covering the cost. Now this is what a typical creative would cost, and that's just the essential. We've yet to include like other stuff like cost like plugins, softwares like 3D, and even if you just brand the essentials like Adobe and a laptop and an internet, it's still probably going to cost you about $255 a month. So here's my advice to any fresh graduates out there. While value is relative, you have to be realistic about the cost of running a business, even if you are just a freelancer and it's just you. Next, don't be afraid to eventually figure things out. Lastly, get out there and start hustling. Cold emails or DMs on Instagram or LinkedIn for potential jobs. Never undersell yourself, and like I said earlier, know the real numbers of your operation costs, and you'll eventually figure out a healthy number that justifies your skill, your value, and your time. We all make mistakes along the way. So did I when I first started. I hope you guys like this video. Please let me know in the comments if you want to know anything about being a creative, being a motion graphics designer, being a video editor. Just let me know in the comments. Let me know if this is very, very useful for you guys. And until then, keep making awesome shit. Bye.